Cruzeiro are looking to get a flying start here in the long race towards the finish line. This is a day for optimism, for hope, for dreaming of what might be. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So off we go then. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
It's little surprise, Peter, that this fella Tonali gets compared to some real legends of the game. The style of play, even his appearance. Yes, he'll be the one expected to take up a deeper role and play make from back there. But I see him as having a lot more than that in his game. His positioning is key. He reads the game particularly well. He's headed for stardom.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Now it's Maradona. That is good alertness. Tries from a long way out. Nicely aimed pass. And this is Del Piero. Valverde. Distributed tidily. Zico. Rijkaard. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Del Piero. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Tonali. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
And he's being shifted off it. Rijkaard promptly onto that, and that is that. Zico. Now it's Maradona. Now it's Kaká. Now it's Mbappe, and he's managed to get free. Mbappe, oh, this is a terrific run. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Now it's Maradona. Cruzeiro still without a single shot on target. Now it's Del Piero. No, that's been intercepted. Rice. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Out towards the flank. Now it's Del Piero. Del Piero. Can he get it through? And he's away. Crunching tackle. Del Piero was ultimately thwarted there, but it took a few of them to stop him.
Well, I appreciate the fact he's trying to make a difference, and if he carries on like that, he may well do.
In with the challenge. Rice. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Subimendi. Now it's Messi.
Oh, really well played.
That is lovely. And they've got a throw. Played back. Yehi. And the return pass. Valverde. Messi. Cross flung in towards the middle. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. White is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Del Piero. Zico. Passing is crisp and sharp. Albert Ferrer makes the interception. Rice. And it's Zico. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. Zubimendi spots it and intercepts. Gehi. Messi. And it's Valverde. Just 5 minutes left until the break. And it's Messi.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Valverde. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And Gehi. Albert Ferrer. Zubimendi. Tonali. Great ball if he can get there. Mbappe! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Mbappe is offering a wry smile there.
And that'll be the final action of the first half. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0. And we're underway again.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
Beckenbauer. Rijkaard. And it's Maradona. Tonali conjures time and space where few can. Now it's Kaká. Now it's Del Piero. Gehi has given away a free kick. Valverde cuts it out. Kaká. And it's Zico. That's Rijkaard. Tonali. Strong running down that left flank. He's shifting through the gears here. Tries a shot! That was superb goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And they're back on the ball again. Well, they continue each to cancel the other out. Now it's Maradona. Zico.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
And he's searching. Oh, shooting chance!
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
And that's going to be a booking. Costa Curta. And it's Nesta. Now it's Maradona. And it's Maradona. Threads one in. And that's a danger. Chance! It's in! We knew what was coming, and he has outfoxed the keeper again.
Well, was there ever any doubt? It made it look like he's done it over and over and over again, and he has.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. So the first moment of real significance.
Well, when the going gets tough, etc., they can still turn this round, I think.
Aimed beyond the defence. Zico providing an outlet on that flank. Zico proves just a little bit too strong. Passes short and sharp. It's a good spell of possession. Chance for a shot! Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Del Piero. That is a great pick out. He's picked his way through. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Now it's Rashford. Now that looks a decent ball. Shot a goal! And he has kept it out somehow.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Kaka. Now it's Maradona. Well, that looks a cracking ball. And it's Rashford.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here. Cruzeiro really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Beckenbauer. That has not gone well. Rijkaard kept his eye on it, and he's there. And the counter is on. That's an imaginative pass. That's good vision. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Out to the left it goes. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. White. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. Beckenbauer. Costa Curta. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Tonali.
Cruzeiro really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Rijkaard kept aware. And that is that. So in the end, one goal did it. An exciting encounter where both sides produced a genuine effort to go on and win it, but neither was able to add to the scoreline in the end. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, there's no shortage of effort and commitment from them. They were just undone by that second-half goal.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. So that's got things underway. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, this lad, Dominic Schubbel.
Goes for a shot! Oh, it's come off the upright. Now it's Kane. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Zubimendi. Valverde. Now it's Mbappe. Now that's well seen too. Szoboszlai. Ribery. And it's Arda Güler. Güler. And here's Kane. Good pressure, determined, intense. Messi. And he's intervened well there. And this is Cavani. Cavani. Valverde. Now it's Kane. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Zanetti kept his eye on it, and he's there. And this is Cavani, and he's surging through. Tonali. And he's away. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Oh, there's a probing ball. Güler. Now it's Güler. Van Dijk with the slide tackle there. Neither side yet able to find the net. That is good alertness. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
No, that's been intercepted. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Ribery. Now it's Güler. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me...
Takes the shot! Albert Ferrer. Valverde. Tonali. Well-timed, excellent interception. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Out to the right. Messi. Great defending, strong and determined.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
And here's Szoboszlai. Valverde.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
And this is Cavani. It's a big chance! Oh, that wasn't far away.
Nothing wrong with the idea. Inches away.
Szoboszlai. And this is Cavani. And this is Kane. And the ball's come loose here. Ribery crosses it in.
OK, it didn't quite come off. The execution, I think, needs a retry, maybe with a better outcome.
Marquinhos. Marquinhos is fouled. You knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Marquinhos. Passing is crisp and sharp. Cavani! throw-in. Passing nice and neat. Takes a shot! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Can he get it through? Oh, that pass isn't the best. And it's Szoboszlai. Valverde. And the pass is intercepted. Ribery. And that's a good ball. Chance! Now, who's going to be first to this? And again, the keeper stands strong.
Well, the keeper saved his team again here, Peter, but he needs more protection from this defence.
And he's picked out the run. He's found the way through. Can he finish? Szoboszlai. Now it's Kane. Now, can they get him away? Well, nicely intercepted. Long ball by the goalkeeper. And there's the end of the first half. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0.
Substituição.
And the second half gets underway. Both sides defensively robust up to now. Now it's Mbappe. Shoots! Oh, wonderful! What a goal! He's got himself an absolute peach. And that is the goal we've all been yearning for. Well, no goalkeeper would keep that out. It really was a bullet.
Well, Peter, it would have taken something incredible for the keeper to keep that one out. It was absolutely spanked.
So the first goal of the game.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Zanetti kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Looking to play him in, and it's made its way to him. Good ball. Decent chance! Sticks it away! They're level in a trice!
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
Just gorgeous, the most glorious, delicious of touches, followed up with an unerring finish.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
And the finish! It's loose now, and they want to get it back. Szoboszlai. Now it's Batistuta. Now it's Goulet. Pinches it off him. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. He's having a shot! Ribery. And he's being shifted off it. Oh, that's well spotted. And he cuts out the supply. Turns back here, probably the best option. Always onto this. And that's an errant pass. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary.
Teremos uma substituição.
That has not gone well. Howson. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Mbappe. He has found the way through. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Batistuta going about things with real menace. Well, he's felt that, hasn't he? Whistle's gone, that's foul.
Substituição no time do Cruzeiro. Camisa 8. Vai ser substituído pelo jogador camisa 33.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. Camavinga. Batistuta. Cherki. Oh no, that was never going to make it. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Now it's Osimhen. Face-to-face, shapes to shoot! Oh, what has happened? It's fallen kindly here! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And a chance! Goal at his mercy, and somehow he's missed it.
Kukçu has delivered a really costly miss. It could have been their last chance to win it. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
He's in a great position here.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner. Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And it's Batistuta. Cherki. And he welcomes it in. Batasagi spots it and intercepts. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending. A chance for a shot! And yes, it's there! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Lacking for neither time nor space, it could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
I just think this has been a lesson in character, togetherness and composure. I think most teams would have crumbled by now, but this refusal to give up is brilliant.
Threads one in. Can he latch on to this? Rashford is someone who's always looking to catch the eye with his trickery. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
That's a sharp pass. That has ended up in no man's land. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Gehi. Kukçu wins the duel this time. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Now it's Osimhen. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Cruzeiro pleasingly clever on the ball. They had their moments, but ultimately they take away nothing. Your reflections then, Jim?
Cruzeiro absolutely...
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So we're up and running. Now here is a true legend of the game. In fact, some still say, Jim, that he's the greatest number one there's ever been.
The mighty Gianluigi Buffon. Yeah, he might get my vote too, Peter. When you consider his consistency at the highest level, OK, he may not be as skillful with the ball at his feet as some of the younger contenders, but you certainly wouldn't want him lining up for the opposition.
What goes for a shot? Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
And we have our very first corner. Chance! And that would have been some goal.
Xabi Alonso certainly looked like he fancied himself to pull that off. A bit more composure and it would have been a different story, Peter.
Great chance! It's loose now and they want to get it back. And now a sudden chance to counter. Looking for options for movement. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Good play on the left-hand side here. Oh, that's fabulous. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. And they're back on the ball again. The ball is loose and the chase is on. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Cruzeiro have reclaimed it. Rashford receives it in a wide position.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Pullet. Chance for a shot! He's delivered all right! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Madrid have taken the lead.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Now this could be a chance. He's through here. And the shot! Oh no, what has happened here? It's out of play for a goal kick. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. And he's found a way past. That's a good ball out wide. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And here's Hullet.
Cruzeiro really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Knocks it into space. That'll be a corner.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
That has been knocked clear. It's a really well-measured ball. Rashford. It's Rashford! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Looking for the run. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And this is Hullet. Rashford is, of course, well known for his dancing feet. He's going to be disappointed with that. Tonali.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Messi. Oh, that's a vigorous challenge. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Cannavaro was in no mood for any of that. Ambitious ball here. And he's only too happy to take that back. Messi, looking to play him in. Now it's Messi. Messi was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Neymar. He is through here. Neymar puts his foot on the gas. Neymar! Valverde. Rashford. And they win it back again. And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Cruzeiro can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
No way through. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Vieira. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Tonali. Mbappe receives it in a good position here. Face to face with the keeper. Shoots! No mistake! They are right back in business.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing. Having the composure to score is another.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Yeah, he's fouled him there. No second thought, a straight red card. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. And he's taking no chances there. Neymar, the specialist in tearing teams apart. And Shevchenko! Denied by an instinctive save.
Shevchenko really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Corner number 3 coming up. Alonso! And he's following up. It's loose, and there's a race, and one more try! Cruzeiro have the chance to go the other way. And it's Shevchenko. Now it's Neymar. He's come in hard. Valverde, pass somewhat off target. Tries to play it through. Tonali. That's a good ball. Can he finish? Oh, denied brilliantly.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Substituição no time do Cruzeiro.
So their fourth corner of the game.
Camisa 11. Camisa 4.
Osimhen is there and he can get that clear. Cruzeiro are of course in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Just the keeper to beat! Chance surely! Goal! Cruzeiro! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Cruzeiro go into the lead.
Well, it's great commitment on show here. They'll be hoping now that they can stay focused and disciplined enough to hold on to this.
And this is Dembele.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Hazard has been caught there, it's a foul. And he has shown him a yellow card.
Substituição no time do Cruzeiro.
Cruzeiro making consecutive changes here.
Sai para a entrada do
This is
jogador.
Dembele. Oh, shooting chance! It's in! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
So all square and not for the first time.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Osimhen, well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it. Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy.
And he shoots! It's a goal! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, a little more decisiveness on...
Can he finish? Superb from Osimhen! He's got himself an absolute peach. A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Oh, it's Dembele. And he's away. He's having a shot! Oh, yes, it's there! And that may just do it! And that really is so impressive.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Madrid take the lead. Now it's just a question of holding on.
Well, look, Peter, I feel I've got to stress that there's still time for another, so we can't be too presumptuous yet.
Cannavaro.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Short changes him with that pass. Turns back here, probably the best option. There's the man who is effectively the team's security policy. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Madrid clearly now in lead preservation mode. Seedorf. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. A game that is a tale of one that got away. A position of great promise they established, but they lost momentum, they lost intensity, they lost their lead, and ultimately they lost the game. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting.
We have already started here.
Well, Filippo Inzaghi may not have the swashbuckling panache of some of his contemporaries, but his goal-scoring record, Jim, speaks for itself.
There's something that's just so wonderfully simple about his game. The run he makes, his ability to draw the ball towards him inside the box, his approach will remain the same. After all, he only needs to get it right once.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
And here's Ronaldinho. Zubimendi makes the interception. That's been slipped through. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Neither of the teams has yet taken the initiative. Messi. There will be a throw-in. Zubimendi. Oh, nicely intercepted. Pirlo spots it and intercepts. And the counter is on. Messi takes control of it and he's on the move. Well, that looks a decent ball. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. O'Shea is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone.
Yeah, I've had a quick review of what we've seen so far, and I can confirm we're in a shot-free zone.
Ibrahimovic. Tonali. Cruzeiro ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. Well, that pass isn't the best. Valverde. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Cruyff. Messi. Great vision. And this is Inzaghi. Now that is commitment to the cause. Cruzeiro with the corner. There first. Cleared away. Oh, great defending. That needed doing.
Well, you'd expect nothing less from him, Peter.
Ronaldinho is a player who's always giving defenders headaches. Filippo Inzaghi. Cruyff. Pirlo. Now Cruyff. Messi. And he's intervened well there. Albert Ferrer. Now he's off and running. Now it's Ibrahimovic. And here's Cruyff. Cruyff! Denied by an instinctive save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
But Inzaghi can get it clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. It's Pirlo! Valverde. And he's had it nicked away. O'Shea. Messi. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Nice sequence of passes, this. Albert Ferrer. Looking tidy in possession here. And it's O'Shea. Knocks it into space. And a goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. Messi. Good running, strong and purposeful. Now it's Inzaghi. Out to the right. And it's Messi. Valverde. There's the shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Filippo Inzaghi actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And he's there to clear it. And he's had a hit! He's done very well to get to that.
Inzaghi clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Cruzeiro have their third corner. And now they can spring out of defence. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Goes for a shot!
Teremos
Pirlo.
minuto de acréscimo.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Into stoppage time, very little left on it. Now, can they get him away? No question, this is the man you want to get on to the end of things. And they're back on the ball again. And the first half is done. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. And we are up to the break.
Cruzeiro really did turn up the tempo at the end of the half, and while they'll be disappointed not to have broken through, obviously, the chances will come, provided they can keep producing good spells. It's been a half with significantly more positives than negatives, I feel.
An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Cruzeiro clearly have been the better side here, so if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Just eases him off the ball, threads one in, and he was quick to react. Zubimendi, and that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now then, the ball's come loose. Ronaldinho, of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Filippo Inzaghi. Oh, that's a fine interception. Best part of an hour, and still no breakthrough from either side. Ronaldinho. And this is Inzaghi. Cruyff. Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho. Roberto Carlos is looking to influence the game from out wide. Quarter of an hour into the second half. He's a sharp little ball here. No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. And this is Ibrahimovic. Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. He won't be happy with that one. Driving on and making good progress. Cruyff. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Zubimendi. Tonali. Baresi. That has ended up in no man's land. And it's Tonali. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And here's Inzaghi. Ronaldinho. Now it's Pirlo. Tonali. It's a promising position. Pass somewhat off target. And it's Zubimendi. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Cruyff. 75 minutes played.
Variety is the spice of footballing life too. They need to alter their approach and start shifting this ball out wide.
Well timed, excellent interception.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be. Look, this is so frustrating. Passing without any end product is just passing time.
He's in a good position here. Oh, shooting chance! And another try!
Well, they've got one eye on the clock, but the balancing act is very fine at this stage. Go for it, and it could backfire. Sit back, and it may be at a price.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And here's Inzaghi.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Can he get on the end of this? Zubimendi. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Inzaghi. O'Shea. Tries to pass it through. And there goes the final whistle. So we finish as we started. Try as they might, neither was able to break through. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what... Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. The great team, the people's team. That is what Corinthians have come to be called over the years. And this, of course, is the ultimate sanctuary for those who only see black and white. There's the whistle, and here we go. With so many teams now playing just one up front, Jim, it's easy to forget, isn't it, that strike partnerships used to be the norm?
Absolutely, Peter, but partnerships have proven themselves to be very productive over the years. They carry more might.
And we've had some legendary ones, haven't we?
Yeah, and how it usually works is that you've got one target man with the other striker playing off him and just looking to add another little bit of devilment.
And he's found a way past. Might be danger here. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, I think Memphis is certainly a player worth keeping an eye out for, Peter. The latest crop of excellent Dutch attackers as the previous generation begins to fade. I love the way he's matured his game to become a far more effective player now, who makes far better use of his huge talents, and he's turned into quite the leader.
I think the opposition defence agree too. He's going to be the source of so many of their headaches. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Good read, needed to be. He's shifted. And the finish! Goal! Corinthians! And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Well, from a defensive perspective, Peter, that's a really poor one to give away. Yes, the movement was very good, but the defence made it way too easy.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. That's a sharp pass, and that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Zubimendi, passing nice and neat. Cruzeiro are trailing against the run of play. This looks promising. Memphis Depay. Oh, nice touch.
Cruzeiro really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Back into the middle. Oh, good taken, and the shot! And that is certainly not what he had in mind. De Arrascaeta. Now it's Mbappe. Well, that's well seen too. Corinthians finding their passes. It's played through for him. It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Valverde. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Oh, good-looking ball. De Arrascaeta tries to play it through, and that's... There's the shot! Oh, denied brilliantly!
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Corinthians with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. He's having a shot! Decent enough try.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
"30 minutes gone. Tonali, and that interception was most necessary. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but... And he shoots! Oh, that's fabulous! A finish right from the top draw! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. He just absolutely speared that in.
I think it was probably past the keeper before he even saw it. Incredible he got so much power with so little backlift.
Corinthians are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Oh, perfectly measured that. Takes a shot! Just cruising! They are cruising! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, and having the trust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
A case now of complete control.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Passes coming off in quick succession here.
Might want to be careful there.
Cruzeiro are still behind as we reach out for half-time. William. And here's Depay. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of... Can he finish? Oh, it's come off the upright. Zubimendi. No way through there. Memphis Depay. Not the most convincing of passes. Shapes to shoot! Really well taken goal. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, you had to fancy him, Peter. He seems to be growing in stature with every goal.
It's become a case of men against boys. And we hit half-time. Who would have seen this? By any yardstick, it is pretty much ideal for them.
Voluntários de cada bloco, dirijam-se à sala de pessoal imediatamente.
And the second half gets underway.
Cruzeiro really have played into their opponent's hands here, Peter, and they need to sharpen up. They'll get chances in this second half, I'm sure of that. They just have to make sure they don't waste them.
De La Cruz. And he's worked it through. Bartasagi. Nicely spread. And he was quick to react. Corinthians looking to pass their way through. Thinks about the shot. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Messi. And it's Valverde. Albert Ferrer. Tomori. Valverde. Tomori. Albert Ferrer. For Messi.
Corinthians are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
There's the man who is effectively the team's security policy.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
And they win it back again. Corinthians appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Messi. Albert Ferrer.
Público presente
Now
na
it's Messi.
partida de hoje.
Zubimendi.
60.810
And it's Zubimendi.
espectadores.
De Arrascaeta does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Valverde. It's Albert Ferrer. Valverde. Albert Ferrer. And Tomori. It's not an especially good pass, that. Zubimendi. Now it's Mbappe. And that has left him in a heap. Oh, the ball's run loose here. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. And this is Depay. That's good defending in numbers. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Valverde. Mbappe. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? That's a foul, no two ways about it. And he has shown him a yellow card.
Well, what goes through a player's head at times like that is a mystery to me.
Substituição no time do Corinthians.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Camisa 27.
Cruzeiro
Perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution.
Can he get on the end of this? And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. De Arrascaeta. A player who needs no introduction. Just a quarter of an hour to play. It's a good spell of possession, this. He's chosen to go back. Passing is crisp and sharp. Out to the right. Nice interception, well timed. Albert Ferrer.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
Van Dijk.
Bartesaghi.
That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Now Albert Ferrer gets it away. Stood up well to him there.
And it's Valverde.
De Ketelaere. And he's decided to go for it. It's in! Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Camisa 22. Substituição em andamento.
Well, they have a goal, but it is surely too much to hope for a comeback.
Foram indicados 2 minutos de acréscimo.
It's got in! He's put through his own net!
I've been there myself, and that's the last thing he wanted to happen. I really sympathise.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess you have to take whatever way it comes, and very gratefully.
And there goes the final whistle. In the end then, no joy. Not for the want of trying, not for the want of running. Simply they were beaten by a better team on the day.